Took its time to stop.
No.
I always like to keep you guessing. It is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. What does it mean, J-Mac?
It's time for Box Office Banter with me, Jordan, and him.
Skivan. Today, as always, we talk about what we've been watching in Bathgate Cinema that you can purchase tickets at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk. You can see that right here above us. So make sure to head to that website. We'll pull it up in a minute just to kind of go through what's on at the cinema. If you're joining us for the first time tonight, thank you very much. This is a weekly show that we do where we go to see a movie at the cinema, Bathgate Cinema to be specific, and then we come and we talk to you guys about it and tell you why you need to go see it at Bathgate Cinema, keeping the love of local cinema alive by supporting your local. J-Mac, we will get into the Forever Purge fairly soon, but we're going to kind of talk a little bit about what's coming up soon. And what is coming up soon on the 31st of July this month happens to be what?
It happens to be our screening of Braveheart. Looking forward to it, man. Got a couple of the guys for the movie coming along to do a wee Q&A. We've got Sandy Nelson and Jimmy Chisholm, who both play folk in the film. Actually, proper parts as well. They've even got lines. You know
Who's it they play? Who's it they play again?
One of them is Sandy is William's older brother, and
what's his name again? What was his name again?
Is it John?
Yes,
John Wallace.
Right.
I went to school with a guy called John Wallace, and the Jimmy Chisholm plays. I can't remember his name, but he's the guy that tries to stab.
Is there no something like Fodron?
Get me Fodron, Fiveden, I don't know.
And on that note, I'll just I'll roll the VT.
Yeah. You really need to grow your hair back.
Sons and daughters of Scotland, my name is William Wallace.
William Wallace is 7 feet tall.
Shut it! And today I stand before you in defiance of the tyranny of the big change cinemas. 31st of July in Bathgate Cinema. Come along to see Braveheart once again on the big screen. Stunning 4K. Some of you will buy tickets and you'll be there. And others won't, and you won't. But it will be bloody brilliant.
Hurry up! The tickets aren't too many!
That's right. And who knows, maybe one or two of the actors from the actual film itself will be in attendance. But that's why you've got to buy your tickets! So go now to www.bathgatecinema.co.uk and secure your tickets, or go into the cinema and book up. You don't want to miss it.
That wee sword.
Have you got your tickets yet? Because if you've not got your tickets for the 31st of July, please book now, because I know a lot of you are saying that you're coming and that you'll kind of just get the tickets on the door, but what if there's not enough tickets left? Book now before you miss it. Another thing, right? When I went in to see the Forever Purge, there was a new woman that I don't think I'd met at the cinema before, and I was like, hi, how's it going? I came in and I was kind of chatting to her, and then I said to her, will you be there on the 31st, because we're coming in to do the Braveheart? screening, and she was like, yeah, that'll be great. I was like, I'll need to come in dressed as William Wallace. She was like, was that you? I was like, it was, yeah. And she goes, I hear that about 200 times a day. I'm like, sorry. Because it's on constant loop in the cinema. She hears me like 200 times a day.
I mean, it is highly enjoyable, but I could imagine after the 198th time it gets a bit annoying.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is...
You know, every time I watch it, I just feel guilty for forgetting my sword that day. Just because.
Well, if that's not a good reason to buy a ticket to come to the 31st to see the size of the real sword, then make sure you do. Also, Bathgate Cinema says, who was all at Dirty Dancing? Who's coming to Braveheart? Dirty Dancing, by the way. Now, I didn't actually go to Dirty Dancing, but my wife did. And one thing I'll say is I saw the footage and I saw her and her mum come back and they're all singing and still like, oh my God, like the hysteria of the event carried on when they got home. And it looked like an absolute scream. Everybody's up dancing. I knew that there was actually people that friends in common with that had come and travelled from other towns to come and see Dirty Dancing, and I had no idea they were coming. And it's actually quite mad that they had come that far to come and see it. And they just, you know, if you've not got your tickets to an event that's coming up at Bathgate Cinema, you really need to, because it's not just an event. Ross works hard to put on little extras that make it all worthwhile. For example, we'll be doing a Q&A with two of the actors on the Braveheart screening. Dirty Dancing had dancers there to do the actual dancing from Dirty Dancing. And there'll be a couple extras coming in, you know, in the events that are to come. I'm going to now bring up the Bathgate Cinema screen so that we can have a look and see what's going on at Bathgate Cinema so that you guys can get your tickets. You're laughing at?
You're struggling to find it, aye? We're just going to bring up the page for Bathgate Cinema, and so you guys can see what's coming on, and so you can see what's coming.
Stop giving away my secrets. I do well. I do well to set the bowling ball, the bowling pins up, mate, and you come like a big bowler and
if the thing is, you do a lot better than I can. See if I've lost something or can't find it, I can't even talk. I'm just like this.
I was trying to mask it, but you just completely pulled the towel off me there. I was like, right, so
it's my turn to throw you under the bus.
That's nothing, mate. That is nothing. I'm sure you'll have a better opportunity than that. I mean, if we're going on the law of averages here, you're due me quite a substantial amount. Also, at a better caliber.
You'll get it at a higher level. Remember the bit in the Family Guy episode where Brian said to Stewie, "I'm going to get you back." And he's like, "You're not going to know when." And then actually, you forgot about it as the episode went on. It went on, and then right at the end of the episode, he just pushes him in front of a bus.
Well,
that's the level we're getting to.
I fear no prank. I fear no prank. Just the level that the vengeance shall come at. So keep that in mind, J-Mac. Black Widow. We reviewed this last week.
Mm-hmm. We did.
So you can go back and check that out on the Bathgate Cinema Facebook, Jibber Jabber Facebook, YouTube, anywhere. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Apple Podcasts, anywhere. Go check out what we said about that. Tickets will still be on sale from now till Thursday, the 29th of July, the day that I become 30-year-old. I become an old man on that day.
I never thought it was going to happen.
I thought I wouldn't live to see 30, yeah.
Nah, I thought you'd do something silly.
I did.
Look at that poster, man. That poster is a complete misrepresentation of that film. It's an awesome poster.
That makes you want to go see it. Not that the film itself isn't worth seeing, but that poster alone makes you want to go and see it. We're not going to talk a bit about that now because we will get into that when it comes to review. But as you can see, it is on at the cinema right up until the 29th of July. So go in, book your tickets, go see it. It's great. I've seen it in Screen 2. It's nice. By the way, we're having a massive heat wave here in Scotland right now. But in Bathgate Cinema, Screen 2, I went in and I was like, they have air conditioning. They have air conditioning. Yep. So don't worry. And a lot of people have been put off about going to the cinema recently due to the fact that it is stuffy. And I heard a lot of people saying to me, Oh, I went to the cinema recently and I couldn't. I had to leave because it was so hot, and I was going in there going, "I'll see it through, man. You'll no get me at the cinema." And they were talking absolute rubbish. It is nice and cool in Bathgate Cinema. So
I had a moment like that earlier on at my local co-op. I walked in, I was just like, oh, just looking audibly at the door. Oh, staff all over like that.
We've got another one. Hide the bin bags and the whiskey. This is what we shall review next week. Something I've probably waited for my whole entire childhood. Yourself?
Yes and no. I'm a wee bit older than you, so I probably didn't. I mean, I did enjoy it when it came out when I was a kid. The first one, obviously. Do I think it needed a sequel? Not really. But the trailer, it looks alright. So I'm looking forward to the review, man. It should be good fun.
Should be absolute class.
The only thing I'm not sure about is the updated animation. Like for me, they should have stuck with the old school animation. They went more for the CG kind of DreamWorks and Pixar style animation for this one, by the looks of it. But can't have everything. You need to appeal to the youngins. So,
well, I've heard mixed reviews about it, but like I say, and this is something that you and I are always really good at, JMac, is we don't take what other people say. We could hear about a movie, for example, Ouija Shark, and hear it getting panned, and then we see it and it's an absolute classic. That or King of the Kickboxers. Like I say, if something's panned, it doesn't necessarily mean that we don't love it. So we'll definitely check that out next week. And you guys need to come back. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, the like button on Bathgate Cinema page. You can see us here every week. There's usually a Thursday, sometimes a Wednesday, depending on scheduling, but you'll see us on one of the 2 days. So you can get that right up till Thursday, 29th of July. It might even these shows may actually extend, but right now that's essentially the runtime of that. The Croods 2, A New Age. This is how you know when a movie like The Croods or an animated movie is going to be good, because the first one came out about 10 years ago. That's how you know when it takes like 10 years to get to the second one. That's not just a cash grab and they're not just throwing them at you, right? And I think that's how you can tell. Yeah,
I think there is something in that, but sometimes it is a complete letdown. I mean, look at Indiana Jones 4. Waited a long time for that one, and it was pretty naff. I hope the fifth one's better. They're filming the fifth one in Glasgow just now. Looks awesome.
Yeah, no, I've seen that
they've got the streets kind of set up like 1950s or 60s America. All the old cars, the old kind of shop fronts. It looks like I'd love to go. I'd love to go and see it. I mean, I say I'd love to go. I could go.
Let's just both go.
It's just too hot. I'll go when we get a rainfall, man. I'm waiting for a rainfall. I was driving home from work the other day and there was like 3 spits of rain, and I was like, oh, you have to answer. Then it pissed off again. So no rain for me. No rain for me.
Gutting. So if this is still in the cinema when we get round to doing the week after next, maybe we'll see if the Croods is good. Croods 2. There we go, guys. We just played the trailer for you, the advert for this. This is going to be a thing of beauty. You're going to come in, take your seat, buy a whiskey, buy a beer. The bar will be open. Get your drink of choice. We'll come on stage, not figuratively speaking, but we'll be on stage. And so will also the 2 actors that were in this movie. We'll do a Q&A where we'll chat to them a little bit, and then we'll put it over to you guys, the audience, to chat to them. And I do believe there will be a select time frame there for you to get to meet and maybe get a picture taken with these cool guys. I would advise you to wear a mask anyway. It's not really been said, but probably just common courtesy. Maybe just bring a mask if you want a picture, and then just kind of go that.
Yeah, there'll be socially distanced pictures.
I don't know. I mean, it depends how they feel.
It will.
The masks up too many.
The masks are too many.
The meters aren't too many. If only David Mackay was there. And
if only.
I know, right? Left me on red. No invited. So on Friday, the 27th of August, we have Mamma Mia. How does that song go again, J-Mac?
That song?
Aye.
Mamma Mia, here I go again.
Mamma Mia.
That film's not for me.
Scott McInnes says, "Good evening, guys." There he is himself, the man himself,
Good
Nice to
evening,
see you.
Biggin.
Nice to see you in the comment section here, Scott. We're just discussing Mamma Mia. Here I go again, man. So Mamma Mia is on the 27th of August. And then, ta-da! On the 28th, that's the day after, we will be blessed to have Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Gonna sing that for me, J-Mac. How's that song go again?
Mamma Mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist you? Why am I doing this? This was not pre-planned. Honestly, man, I think you've got some kind of spell over me. I'm just going to tell Jordan to do stuff, and he does it.
I right.
on the show. Right, Jordan, remember how I asked you to email so and so last week? Have you done it? Aye.
He always reads it and then like half an hour later says aye.
And once I've had time to write the email.
Okay, so the least you could do is sing when I ask you is sing, right? Dance for me, boy. So that'll be class. Hey, what's your favourite ABBA song?
Dancing Queen. Okay, it describes me.
Mine is I suppose
I don't really have a favourite ABBA song, man. They're not my cup of cha.
ABBA are incredible. I think my favourite ABBA song describes me, a super trooper. Sing that for me, and I'll promise I'll not ask you to sing for the rest of the episode.
Super trooper, ba ba be ba boo ba. I don't know the words.
Mate, everybody at home's like, I'm turning the show off. I'm away to Spotify to listen to Super Trooper, man. Mate, ABBA just make you happy. Have you ever sat listening to an ABBA song and not been happy?
Okay, you know what? You can't dislike ABBA. Do you know what I mean? You can't say that they're crap. It's just not that. I just don't think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah. Now I know the next film that's coming up appears to be one of your favourites. Anyway, again, I've still not seen it. So, you'll need to big this one up for me again.
You'll need to come and see this. This is a Rocky Horror Picture Show. It is a cult classic. Tim Curry probably. Now remember, this came out in the 70s, so like late 70s, and at this point, kicking about like Tim Curry is on that poster, wasn't he? Wasn't he the Don Hing? Get what I'm saying? so they made a lot of people that felt like that. They made them feel comfortable and gave them the empowerment to say, you know, this is very much a natural way to feel and way to express yourself. And they done it in a way that someone is like, I don't dress up as like that. not sober, and I don't. I'm as what?
You're gonna need to give me a second.
Why?
My headphones have died.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and get my smaller pair. Okay.
Well, really? That's no way to behave. The Rocky Horror Picture Show is class. I've loved it for years. I am as straight in the middle as it comes, and for me, it's
size of these things.
It's just an absolute bloody masterpiece. So anybody that loves Rocky Horror, even if you've never seen it, you need to come see it in the cinema. I will 100% be there, and I know that Ross has been working hard to get a lot of surprises in store for that. So come up to the cinema and see what's on there. I don't have anything to rhyme with cinema, but see what's on, see what surprises are in store for Rocky Horror Picture Show, mate. That is one you do not want to miss, and you will be there as well, J Mac. And if I actually like going back to the Braveheart advert, you were the one that said on this show, and then it happened. You said, "I'm going to dress Kevin up as William Wallace, and we'll get him riding a horse." Right? That came from you. We done it. So if I say right now, J Mac's coming to Rocky Horror Picture Show dressed as Tim Curry, can we make that happen?
No.
Come on.
No. To be honest, that outfit doesn't really look like it'd be particularly flattering for me.
Well,
I'd look like sausage meat wrapped in a string vest.
Denny. See, Scott wants it. Well, by the way,
I'll look like 10 pounds of shit stuffed into a £5 bag.
Denny. What we'll do is we'll maybe get you dressed up as Eddie. He's more meatloaf.
He's more fat. So we'll maybe just get you to dress up as one of the fat ones, since the skinny stuff doesn't suit you.
That's not what I said. What I meant was Eddie's more. He's dressed more how you would dress: leather jacket, jeans, comes in on a motorcycle wearing a motorcycle helmet. No fat. I mean, he is a wee bit toppy, like, but that's not what I meant.
It's meatloaf. Bob had bitch tits.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Right, if that didn't make you buy a ticket, man, if that there didn't make you buy a ticket, I don't know what did. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, look, it's sold out both nights, so you can really only get tickets now for Sunday the 31st of October. But do get your tickets. Get your tickets for all the events. We do have tribute nights coming up as well. They're on sale for December. Grease Night is on the 25th of September, so that's then confirmed. That's really cool, and I think I was talking to Ross, and he said that. Well, I mean, I said, but I think he means it anyway, and he agrees that. To the effect, if you come dressed up, maybe you'll get a cocktail, first cocktail on the house or on somebody's house. Ross will buy a cocktail. But stay tuned for more details on that. And I know that everybody wants to dress up for that event. I've heard from people that are already planning to attend that they would like to dress up. So, you know, the more the merrier, and it'll be great visually as well. Yes. And Ross also says, great wee performance being planned for Rocky. I do not doubt it. Hopefully it's J-Mac.
It's definitely not me.
I like you saying it. Excuse me. Ross will make you a cocktail, I meant. You've just got to pay for it.
Remember that time that you said on a podcast, if somebody timestamps the moment where I farted, I'd send them a free t-shirt? Same thing. Stop making people buy stuff.
You never done it. Somebody actually timestamped it, and you were like,
I know. The thing is, like, if as the podcast was recorded, you could hear it, but it wasn't that bad. Kev amplified the crap out of that.
Why would you not? So make sure you get your tickets to everything going on at Bathgate Cinema. Also, make sure you're following the social media. If you think that this is all that Bathgate Cinema have to offer this year, you are wrong, my friend. There's always going to be really cool events coming up, and there'll always be great movies to go and see, that stuff you've never seen. And Scott McInnes says, J-Mac. I feel you, mate. I feel you.
Nah, he's not talking about me like he's not spelled it right. This must be somebody else.
J-Mac's not even your real name. Any road. So today we are here to talk about which movie, J-Mac?
The Forever Purge. It's right at the bottom left of the screen there. That's the movie we're here to talk about. This is, I think, is it the 5th or 6th Purge movie? I think it's the 5th. There was the Purge, then there was the Purge Anarchy, then I think the Purge Election Year, then the first Purge, and then the Forever Purge. I think that's the order we went in. I'm really impressed with myself because the only one I liked was the first one.
You're more on fire than most of the folk in the Purge.
That's a lot of fucking fire.
So before we kind of get into the meat and the veg of the Purge, I'm just going to let you guys see a little bit of a snippet. Remember, get your tickets at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk. Nice. Nothing more diverse than being cowboy whipped by a Mexican.
Also, massive spoiler in the trailer.
Well, hey, we say we're not going to give a spoiler, but whatever happens in the trailer, that's on them, mate.
Yeah, and that's fair game at this point.
Most trailers nowadays are give away half the movie anyway, don't they?
We discussed this recently about teaser trailers, and that used to be enough. You know, like with your Terminator 3 one that you described with the big number 3 and the Terminator sound music in the background. That's a proper trailer. It's just to make you go, wow, this is coming. There's too much in the trailers now. They're too long. I mean, that's nearly 3 minutes for a trailer.
It's absolutely mental.
But hey ho, you do what you need to do. That's it.
Aye. See, the one thing I think, and this is for the whole Purge concept, right? A lot of people are, oh, it could be quite cool if that was a real thing. No. And here's why it's no. Here's why it's no. Aside from the fact you could get done in, right, if you're no rich. But for that one night a year, and then you see all these people get done in. So your neighbor who you might bump into in the supermarket, oh, hi, how's it going? Oh, he's getting bigger now. Is that her away to college? They're the same people that are bludgeoning folk. Like, how can you go from that one night and back to being that neighbor? No, I think what that would do is just, you know what I mean?
It's an interesting concept. Like on face value, you think, well, maybe something like that would work, and maybe for the rest of the year people would behave themselves, but it just wouldn't. It's not something that we're psychologically built for. But hey, it's a movie. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be escapism. Supposed to be. Let's go.
Hi. So we can't really talk much about the spoiler parts. Not that there's really much to spoil, but we can see it's called the Forever Purge because, like you get your flat earthers, you get your vegans and all that. I don't know if we're going to call them, like, put them all in the same kind of category, right? But
militant vegans, you know what I mean? There's vegans that are vegans, and that's fine. Then there's the ones that go and pour blood all over KFC. Yeah,
you get movements, right? And the Forever Purge happens to be like a group of people that don't want to, a group of very, very racist people that don't want the purge to stop. They want to continue to purge with a very clear message that America should be American. America should be American.
It's such an ironic concept as well, because America is completely founded. Sorry, modern America is completely founded on immigration. So their whole idea about Make America American again, it makes no sense for the get-go. I don't know why I chose that accent, but
you have to go Make America American again. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Well, that ain't good.
Well, that ain't good.
I love stuff like that, but I thought, right, okay, you get those movies, and I don't want to ignite the spark on the wee dynamite that gets you going about cancel culture, right? But what I will say on this is, I thought to myself, are we watching? Because a lot of movies, Halloween, the latest Halloween had it. Bloody the most up-to-date Ghostbusters movie that no one calls Ghostbusters, right? They have this very, let's get with the times and follow this this trend of,
it's woke.
Yes, right. Now, as much as there's some of that in there, I was very happy with it because the main message was there, and I took away from it, not that people are like, they're not making it all men to be evil or anything like that. Their agenda is simply to show you how, you can be in a really bad situation, no matter what your race is, no matter what your skin color is, and still you can bond with these people.
Yeah,
you can love thy neighbor regardless, and that's the clear message in that. So I was happy with that.
Yeah, I think that there's a clear political message in the film, and it's pretty clear, essentially for the get-go. And it's initially it kind of looks like white man bad, that's the feeling of the film. But as it goes on, yes, sure, Bob. But as it moves on, I think it's kind of more it's more a message of we need to work together and find common ground instead of being divided. That's essentially the message of the film. I wasn't expecting to go into a film like The Forever Purge and find some, kind of serious political commentary. But hey ho, is what it is. But nah, I mean, did it feel a bit out of place? Aye. It's like I said, you go to see a film like that just for some escapism and some blood and guts and silliness. I don't get how they can bill this as a horror, though. That seems to be the category that every Purge film has fallen under, is action, horror, thriller.
It's more
There's
action.
nothing
thriller.
horror. There's nothing horror about
Well,
this film at all.
Unless you were living that. If you were living that, that's horrifying.
Aye,
So
but if you're living below the poverty line, that's horror. You know what I mean? But that would be a drama. This it's more of it's just an action. It's an action film. That's all it is. There's no, I wouldn't call it a horror film.
It's got thrilling elements. I think.
Pardon me.
There is that. There is that. Oh,
it came the other way this time.
I was totally happy with the white character being as how he was, because the cool thing about it is we weren't just given, here's your character that dislikes Mexicans and white people are bad. What it actually was is, here's a guy that's been raised a certain way and believes a certain thing, who happens to be white, who goes on a journey. And by the end of the journey, you're like, all is good. And that's how you do it if you're going to do something like that.
I think the main character is played by in fact, is he the main character? No, I don't think it's got a main character. I think it's a load of supporting characters. But it's Josh Lucas, who was in like Sweet Home Alabama, and he was also in A Beautiful Mind and stuff like that. You don't really see
True Blood.
Is he in True Blood as well? He used to show up a lot more often, not as often these days, but he's a good actor. His character, I think, probably has the biggest biggest story arc in the film. But I mean, he did a decent job. I don't think there's any major standout performances in this. There's no Oscar winning going to happen with this film. But again, I'm going to keep saying this. It is what it is. It's that type of movie.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it's for me. It's when you're like 5 movies in,
you need to be doing something special when you're that far in.
When you're 5 movies in, you're still going to see something like The Purge when you're 5 movies in, like The Conjuring, all these things, Fast and Furious. When you're 5 movies in, you know what you're getting. You're getting the formula that got you there in the first place, but you're just kind of going along because of how good the original was. I think it's the same kind of thing. It's definitely worth watching. It's something that I enjoyed. I enjoyed it because I was like, where are we going to go with this? Some of the ways that they try to kill people in this one's quite cool, with the whole saw contraption and all that. If anything, it does make you question. It's got a very Wayward Pines kind of feel to it. It makes you question what's going on in your neighborhood. You're seeing these people coming out of the Purge. And that, by the way, how shocked were you when the Purge started and then the next scene it was over and you're like, oh, what?
I mean, I think it took about 10 minutes for the Purge to be over, and then the assholes were just like, no, it ain't.
It ain't over till it's over, lady.
On the road again.
I can't wait to kill on the road again.
One thing I would say about this film is that where it really did win for me was the makeup ideas for the bad guys. Like, you see it in the trailer with the kind of face paint or the masks and stuff like that. Some of that stuff was really well put together. My issue is there wasn't quite enough of these people. There wasn't enough screen time for them. It was more about the kind of journey of the people that are trying to avoid the Purge more than anything else. So I could have done with some more of that. One guy in particular with the bullets along his mask that looked like teeth. That was a cool design. Yeah. And also the guy on that fantastic poster. Really wanted to see more of that guy.
I know, right? You just know he was trouble, except the actual trouble was just some sort of hick with long hair and a beard, eh? He was like, you're gonna go shoot that boy and we're gonna let you go. And then he gets raging when something happens that would not have happened if he wasn't being so nasty. But that's the Purge. And here's something for you. It makes me like you know how everybody looks forward to NASCAR or everybody looks forward to the football. Like in the universe of the Purge, everybody looks forward to the next Purge, man. They go all out with it's like Halloween. They go out with their costumes, they've got their vans, they've got their wee mechanisms for killing people. They get creative. And I'd like to think that if the Purge was a real thing, that everybody would just be like, no day in it. You get a few of them that would be up for it. But I'd like to think the majority wouldn't. and it would be a very scary world to live in, even if the Purge was one day. Like I says, the Purge is one day, but you've got to live another full year with these people that left dead bodies on your garden of innocent people. The homeless people, man, they're just lining them up. And
They should make movies about the guys that come in and clean it up. That would be interesting. You know what I mean? Or the what do you call it? Psychology sessions that go on for the people that have been through it. Do you know what I mean? Or the people that have killed people. How do they feel after it? Because not everybody's kind of hardwired to be able to kill somebody. You know what I mean? But it seems to be as soon as that siren goes,
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you!
Everybody's just kind of sees red and they're able to do these unspeakable things. It's kind of daft, but the first, what I love about the first film is it was really kind of claustrophobic, almost had like that kind of panic room feel. I've not really liked any of the sequels, so this one isn't any worse than any other sequel. But for me, the first one is the only one that is a film. These are movies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I wouldn't say don't go and see it. It's for a certain type of person. It just wasn't for me. I mean, it's a 15. I think that's 15 to 21, maybe the perfect kind of age to go see this film.
Yeah, I fairly enjoyed it. I would say to anybody, go see the next Purge. Go see this Purge. Remember, you can get your tickets at www.bathgatecinema.co.uk, or you can go in to the cinema that is located in Bathgate, and you can, when you're in there, you can check out 5 posters for £2. They've got the full big posters all throughout the year. Some of the great
£2.
Aye.
£2 for 5 posters.
Yes.
I thought it was
Jim actually, guess where I'm going?
I thought it was 2 for a tenner.
No, man. Times are changing. Times are wasting. We need to stop that. By the way, we're not being anti-American here. This is how they speak in the movie.
The film is.
but that's for you guys to make up your mind. So head to bathgatecinema.co.uk, book your tickets, or call up, get the tickets, or go in and just book. It's class. Get yourself a beer. There's a bar there. There's everything you want. And by the way, before we finish up this review, I just want to say this. The people that went to Dirty Dancing, the first thing that they said when they came out that hadn't been there before was, I can't believe how comfortable that was. I can't believe how nice it is in there. I'm not going to the View anymore. I'm going to go to Bathgate Cinema when I see something. And this is why we say, you should at least go there once, right? If you're going to see something, you're close to the Bathgate area, get in there. It's a home away from home. Genuinely is. We wouldn't be saying it unless it was true. Isn't that right, J-Mac?
Exactly. I mean, the tickets are slightly more expensive than you pay at the View, but there's a reason for that. When you go to the View, you get the View. When you go to Bathgate Cinema, you get something completely unique. Just keep that in mind. Also, the snacks are cheaper. So
exactly. And if you can get by Scott, you can sneak your own. He's tall and he'll be watching. But if you can figure it a way.
Just standing there like Pops for Dr. Sleep.
No, don't take your own. But I mean, if you do and you manage to get away with it, tell us how. His name is Scott. Watch it because he'll get you. And so yeah, that basically is the movie. It's now time for me to put J-Mac. That's him on the spot.
That 40. I'm so glad I sent you that.
That's him on the spot.
For anybody wondering, that was my stag night. We all went out dressed as hillbillies. It's actually quite fitting for this movie.
You look like you're straight out the Forever Purge. So this on the spot is where each week we take turns each of putting each other on the spot. So it's my turn to put you on the spot. J-Mac, here we go. Ready for your on the spot question?
I am.
If you had no family, you're just single J-Mac. So skip back to when you were like 13, 14, right? You're middle class. You do all right, but you're not rich. You're not poor. You're middle class. It's Purge night. Do you purge or do you hide away in your home?
I'm hiding away. I don't even need to think about it. I'm hiding away. The good thing is, I don't think I've got a lot of enemies. I like to think that I don't step on too many toes. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think I'd particularly be a target on the night of the Purge. But Aye, I'm a bit of a pacifist, so aye, man, I'm digging a cellar and staying in there for the night.
Well, look at it this way. Think about this. Just because you don't directly annoy anyone, someone might see you often. They might say this, hey, his missus is nicer than he is, and my missus looks crap. How is it that he gets a nice missus? No, don't he? I want his missus! And then they do you in. Then what?
I'm only 14.
Still. It is America.
I'm just no built for it. I think you would 100% purge. You're a purger.
Why would you think that?
You've got a way. Like, see, when something annoys you, you will just very quickly voice your opinion. Whereas I will let it simmer for like 48 years, and then I'll go, that's it.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to put a stun gun through somebody's face, mate. I would say you're incorrect on that one. I
think you'd hold yourself up in a kind of upper floor. And you just pick people off. La, 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 la,
yeah.
la.
I'm purging, but I'm not purging innocence. I'm protecting my own in some sort of guard tower. And when folk get near, ting, ting. Nah, I would hate to kill anyone. The thought of someone being even just wronged. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all human. At some point, we've hurt people and etc. That stuff stays with me forever. So I can't see me killing someone and being fine with it. You know what I mean? And I
feel bad after killing a wasp. Do you know what I mean?
No, a wasp, mate. I feel bad about killing insects.
I nearly said bee, but I don't kill bees anymore.
Anymore.
Honestly, I don't kill bees anymore. I used to kill bees. I'm going to admit it. If a bee was in the house, it's getting splatted. But I know that bees are on the decline, so I made a point of not cutting the grass or getting Mel to cut the grass until the bees had been and kind of done their thing with the dandelions and the other wee white flowers that come up. Because they are on the decline. Save the bees. Save the bees.
Save the bees. But see, wasps, man, the Neds of the insect colonies, man, get them away. They come up and bother you for no reason. I have no, sorry, mate.
I'd never been stung by anything until I was about 27, and then I got a double.
What was her name? What was her name?
Then I got a double tap in the back. I was like, oh.
Double.
And then I was like, oh, that's what it feels like to be stung. And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, that's what it feels like to be stung. It just got worse and worse.
My mate Dylan, who you know, right? We were younger, and what happened was he was climbing a tree, and he fell off the tree into like a hedge, and a wasp nest was up his top. He looked like the elephant man. He looked like the elephant man after it. He had a wasp nest in his t-shirt like this. He's like, ah! Ah! He looked like the wasp man. Not the wasp man, the elephant man afterwards.
I would not wish that on anybody, man. Oh, you poor bugger.
So saying, like, but hey, that's life. That's
what all the people say.
You're climbing trees in April, being stung in May.
Oh man.
So we'll move from on the spot to true or false trivia. The true or false trivia.
I love how dramatic that music is.
True or false trivia, where you tell me the trivia that I have not previously seen, and I answer true or false, and you tell me if I'm correct.
Yep, that's how it goes. This is how true or false works. Right, here we go. So, Kevin, are you ready for your first true or false question?
True.
Affirmative. Right.
Affirmative.
Sylvester Stallone was in talks to star in this movie.
False.
True.
Yeah. Wait, who?
Jason Blum for Blumhouse.
Unbelievable, man.
Yep. Needless to say, it says he was in talks. I can imagine it was quite a short conversation.
Yeah, I've been in talks with having Arnie on this show.
Stallone, do you want to be in this film? Nope.
I was in talks with having Arnold Schwarzenegger on this episode, on this podcast.
Aye. By saying the words, Arnie, you big shagger, do you want to come on the podcast? I remember it well. I remember it well. Okay. Right, so that's 1-0 to me, isn't it? Okay. American Congresswoman Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez praised the film for its positive depiction of minorities in America.
Agree, that's true.
That is false. I made that up.
You used the name. You used the name to lure me in.
I'm very familiar with her name. So yeah, that's me on. That's 2-0. Yeah, this is a record for me so far. Let's see
you know
how
what?
we go.
I thought I'll give you a chance.
The original draft of the script had a scene in which the American president, who strongly resembled Donald Trump, was killed on live TV. However, the idea was scrapped due to concerns over marketability to conservative audiences.
False.
That is false. Well done. Oh, well-worded question, though, eh? So proud of myself.
Well done. You've got talents, mate. You just got to
tap into those boys. Okay, the actress who played the pregnant character wore a prosthetic tummy, which she used to store snacks in.
That's true. I'm going to.
That's true. By the way, all of the true trivia is courtesy of IMDb. There is an Easter egg in the movie in which the mask worn by the main antagonist in the first film can be seen in the background, worn by one of the Purgers.
False.
That is false. So like he's getting with a he's getting with a game here. Let's see. Yeah, that's all we got there. Frank Grillo was supposed to reprise his role in the movie, but had to back away from the project after creative differences with the director.
False.
Fuck's sake. Yes, it's false. Yeah. The film was supposed to be released in July 2020, but this was abandoned due to Schmovich-19. Don't want to say COVID-19 because I might get demonetized.
So you said it. You just said it. No, that won't get us demonetized. They don't need to demonetize us. There's no point.
Yeah, I think we've not been demonetized. I think we've just been shadow banned, but we'll get back.
I think that was false.
That was true.
Oh,
sorry, man.
That's still a win, though. I still win.
Okay, so this is the ultimate one. Steven Seagal was approached about a role in the movie, but turned it down due to being an absolute walloper of a human being.
That's false.
That's false. I just wanted to say that.
There's truth in it. There's truth in it. So I hear anyway, but
right.
We'll go with false.
Final score: 1, 2, 3 for me, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for you. Well done, man. That's it. 4-3 to the Kevster. Well done, well done. So what I need to do is I need to stop wording my false ones so well. That's what it was. As soon as something was worded really well, you knew it was false. So
I don't know. I'm just going to take this.
I need to back off. I need to back off on the good grammar.
I'm just going to take this moment to thank me. It's been class being me, and winning that, like I do every week, is class. So thank you to me, and me for being me, and I'll continue to be me. Thank you.
Come on stage. Thank your agent. Thank your God, and cough.
And it's now question time, where no one leaves questions for us in the comments section. If you're watching this on YouTube in the archives, if you're listening to this on Spotify, if you're listening to this anywhere that you can consume podcasts, we do this live show for you every week, and we give you a little 5 minutes at the end of the show to ask us anything about Bathgate Cinema, to ask the guys at Bathgate Cinema about anything. Put it in the comments section and we'll answer it. It's usually usually whenever there's a lot of people in, they tend to speak to us throughout the show, so there's not a lot left for question time. So we're going to give you a minute or two to see what's what. J-Mac, to see what's what, to see if anybody has anything to say in the comment section before we end this here show. We can kind of talk a little bit about what we have coming up as a podcast. There will be a new series launching soon, which is not live. It's actually taped.
The tab taking off.
Well, that will be announced soon. That would be a really cool thing, a bit of a niche market kind of thing, but it's going to be something that we're really proud of and looks amazing, sounds amazing, and is amazing. Again, as always, movie related. Coming this Sunday, we will be doing a deep dive also here in the Bathgate Cinema because we give that value to you guys. You guys are movie lovers, we're movie lovers, so let's do it together. We'll be doing a deep dive of Brightburn, that movie where the wee dude's a superhero and acts exactly the way a wee dude who's a superhero would act. Not very superhero-ish. And I thought it was class. And there's too much to talk about, but we will not talk about that right now, J-Mac. That'll be a really well put together show. So I'm looking forward to that, J-Mac. You looking forward to Brightburn?
Yes, I have seen it, but only once. I will. I'm looking forward to kind of revisiting it and pulling it apart and looking at the nitty gritty instead of just on the surface. So, definitely looking forward to it. I do remember getting to the end of the film, and there's a sequence at the end that I think really sets it up well for sequels that never happened. So that's a bit disappointing, but we'll talk about that in the day.
Yeah.
So, but yep, looking forward to it. So it was an interesting choice, Brightburn. So
I thought it'd be a good conversation between us because I know that I like ones where you and I are a little divided because it gives us a chance to talk and find some common ground. And if we can't find that
amazing. It's amazing what happens when you can talk and have common ground.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's a message in there, by the way. There's the message that was in the Purge, the Forever Purge. It's like, stop being so divided. And even if you are divided, talk to each other instead of just holding up signs and calling people names.
And stop being horrible to Mexicans. Stop being horrible to anyone. So we'll be chatting about Brightburn this coming Sunday. Everywhere that you can see us, YouTube, here on our Facebook, here on Bathgate Cinema's Facebook. You'll also be able to listen to it after the fact on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere you can consume video content, everywhere you can consume MP3 podcasts. You can download it, you can listen to it, you can stream it. It'll be great. So join us Sunday at 9:00, and we'll meet you guys next week for another box office banter where we bring you Space Jam: A New Legacy. I myself have been Skivan. J-Mac.
I have been J-Mac, and my face is huge.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. See you later.
Wow.